Okay, we have made it to the overlook of the loop. Let's get the grand entrance. Oh, awesome. There it is. Looping around itself. You see it climbing up there. Climb, 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 climb. Too awesome. Now let's wait for a train. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Guess where I'm at? I am in Tehachapi, California, and I am overlooking the Tehachapi Loop. I was here back when I was 13 or 14 years old. As a child, I can't remember taking it all in as I would being here right now. So, I'm gonna wait for a train, show you going around the loop. Maybe I can get some different angles here and there, but I've been dying to get back here as an adult. Let's at least catch one train. Let's take a look. They have built a parking space. This road is not big camper friendly. So if you got a big camper, you might want to park in Tehachapi and call an Uber, because this road is twisty, windy, and got some steep grades. But in town is the Tehachapi Depot Railroad Museum. I stopped in there. I got a separate video on that. But they have built this overlook with the help of donors, overlooking the loop. So at least you got a place to stop, because all this property is ranches. They've got cattle fencing, and a lot of it's marked private property, so you don't want to go down there trespassing. Let's wait for a train. Prime example, from the overlook, you're tempted to walk out there, but they've got a barbed wire on each corner, and right there on that tree is posted, "Keep out." So definitely respect the rancher's property and don't go where you're not supposed to go. Back when I was a younger chap and I was here, I was actually out there inside the loop catching trains with my little 110 camera. But now it's a whole new ball game. There's an Airbnb right up the road. If you look that up, their property stretches down, and that gives you access to stand there close to the tracks and other parts of their property. And I just walked up a little piece of the road there, so there's other vantage points to see the loop. And I can even walk up a little bit farther up there and look down this way. If you look way off in the distance, you got California 58 running right there. So as you're driving along, you might get lucky and see a train coming up the loop as you're going by. There's one of the ranchers walking his horse. Boy, he's got the sight on a daily basis, don't he? Countryside up here is beautiful. As you can see, we're up here in elevation. It's a bit breezy. Today is September 11th, 2025. Temperature is 66 degrees, and I see a train off in the distance. So we got one climbing. Fantastic. There's the end. All right, Tehachapi Loop, Tehachapi, California. So that was awesome. Like, it's been windy up here. I don't know if you heard it in the video, but wow. Like I said, it's 66 degrees up here with the wind. My little lovely wife down there is kind of chilly-willy, so I have to go break out a jacket for her. So if you come up here, this is September, bring a jacket with you. We're pretty high in elevation still. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. It's awesome seeing it again. Till next time, next location, next state. Like, share, subscribe. Don't cost nothing. Hit that button. Happy out.